Venus in Pisces. For a woman, this placement indicates how you feel feminine, how you connect with your nurturing and feminine energy, both in relation to yourself, but also how you feel feminine with other people, as this resonates depending on your relationship to your femininity. And if you have Venus in Pisces, the key word for someone with Venus in Pisces is merging. And for you to connect with this feminine, you need to merge. And you do that by creative expression, co-creation with universe. That is your key to how you feel feminine. This can be done in many ways, but it can be through hobbies, it can be through speaking. It really depends on which house placement you have Venus and Pisces in. But the merging, that is like a very... It's basically asking you to merge your ego with your soul. That is how you feel feminine. And that is more than any other placement. Okay, I feel like I don't want structure in this video, so I'm gonna just talk what comes up for me. I have Venus in Pisces in the 3rd house of communication, neighborhood, siblings, early childhood education. When I think about the house placements, that is very... You can look at the different keywords and how they connect with each other, how they interact with each other. The 3rd house, for example, is how you start to feel yourself around and express from this 1st house, 2nd house, 1st house of I am here, my physical body, my personality. The 2nd house being self-value and property, and also economy, or like money basically. And the 3rd house being this community, your expression in the form of communication, and how you start to see yourself around in the world. And with Venus in Pisces here, that would mean that my self-expression in the form of communication is very important for me. Communication is how I feel feminine, how I feel love. When I express myself with my words, with my partner, for example, that's how I feel love. That's how I feel feminine. This exchange of thoughts. That's how I merge. That's how I feel feminine. Also, not just with my partner, but also with myself. It can also be because I have a stellium in the 3rd house, but I talk to myself and I talk to my higher self as well. So depending on the house placement of the Venus in Pisces, that is how it can manifest most strongly. It doesn't mean that your Venus in Pisces energy, your feminine relationship, it's just in that house. It's also affected in all areas of your life, of course. But it's a good indicator to look at what house it's probably most relatable to you, like where you feel most recognition, because it's probably most likely that you have noticed a pattern in this house. So suggestions for someone with Venus in Pisces and how to start this relationship with your feminine higher self. Every form of co-creation that you can think of, it can be talking, writing, dancing, yoga, meditation. It can be any art, any, like, if you love to like create outfits, that is a form of merging your fantasy and your style with your ego preference of identification. It can be singing, it can be any ritual that you do that feels aligned for you. It can be like tarot, it can be like having an altar, it can be reading books on spirituality, any merging thing that you can think of. That is like how you feel feminine as Venus in Pisces. And there's a richness to this placement. You are probably very intuitive and a bit psychic with this placement. And that is also a good thing, because that means that you can probably feel that you can like tangibly feel the feminine in yourself. And that makes it more alluring for you to continue this relationship with your higher self, with your feminine power. If you do feel a lot of resistance towards going on this journey or looking at your feminine qualities, it is likely that you have some Black Moon Lilith shadow work to look at, as Black Moon Lilith is the patriarchal residence or residue of being suppressed as the secondary gender for ages. So it could be very beneficial to look at where that Black Moon Lilith placement is in your chart and in what zodiac sign, and then try to integrate that with loving energy and doing shadow work on that and seeing that aspect as well. It can really help to unravel a lot. It can also be, the Black Moon Lilith placement can be karmic as well. It can be stuff and things passed on by generational baggage. It can be from your mom or other lifetimes, or your mom's mom, stuff like that. So it can be good to look at that as well if you feel a resistance towards going on this feminine empowerment journey, this sacral chakra healing. And yeah, I think that is it. I can recommend for someone with this placement to read the Sophia Code. That is like, if you haven't heard of that book before, or you haven't gotten that recommendation before, it is a book with working on specific archetypal, or not archetypal, they're real, but working with feminine saints basically, and how to cultivate a relationship with them to get guidance towards how to be more in your feminine authenticity. So that's a very good book to like start this journey as well. If you really want to go deep, that's a very good way to do it. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video.